Alright, so basically what I'm going to do with this video is show you the stock Ender 3 mainboard. Nothing fancy about it, just straightforward. So I'll start with the drivers. This is your X, Y, Z, and extruder. This is your actual driver. This is a cap that stabilizes the voltage that goes through it. And this little guy right here, a little metal casing right there, that right there is your voltage ref. All it is a little potentiometer. You adjust that to set your voltage reference to the individual uh, stepper motor driver. Okay, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If you have problems with your stepper motors, there's a good possibility that one of these are fried. But there are other troubleshooting options before you'd want to do that. So all this right here, that is your stepper motors. X through Z and your extruder. Next, down the line, this is your USB UART driver. This controls this guy and this guy. I believe I believe this guy helps control this guy right here and interfaces with this right here, and also the main microprocessor here helps to interface with the display. Next we have the detemp. This is your extruder temperature, B monitor, bed monitor. This is your, I should mention that I believe these are thermocouples. All they do is monitor your bed temperature and your extruder temperature. This is how your processor gets feedback. And this guy right here is your Z stop, which is a switch, your Y stop, which is also a switch, and your X stop, which is also a switch. All those are stock with the Ender 3. Next we have fan control, which is those two. Those are outputs. Then over here we have the microprocessor of the main board. Basically controls the whole board. It's the brains of the thing. And then this is your how fast the processor goes. This is a 16 meg crystal. And then over here we have the power supply area of the board. This is a voltage regulator. Big one here with the heat sink. That's your voltage regulator. And then all these caps and all this other fancy stuff helps to regulate the voltage going out to everywhere else on the board. And then somewhere in this mess there's a 5-volt output to this guy. It's either a 5-volt or a 3.3 volt, I don't know. But I don't really care. Then this is your power input, and then this is your power supply to your extruder and your bed. And that's your board in a nutshell. When you have driver issues, this is the area of the board for each individual driver. When your stepper motors stop working, this is where you're part of the main board that's failing. When your bed starts to fail, it's like when you have thermal runaway, for example, this is the part of your bed or your main board that is failing. It's pretty straightforward, very simple, very basic. And there you go.